of this video are Allah's daughters. Those three girls that you see in the icon to this video are Allah's daughters. Those three girls that you see in the icon section is Allah's daughters. The Muslims want us to be Arabified. The Muslims want us to be Arabified. They want us to be sleeper cells in America. They want to be able to activate us for our love of Allah. They want to be able to activate the American Muslims fi sabilillah, so we will destroy our own country, because the black American man hates the white American government, hates the white American power system, hates the white American power structure system, hates white racism, hates white privilege, hates Jim Crow, hates the black American man, hates Karen. The black American man hates the racist micromanaging boss. The black American man even hates Jesus because he's white. Even though we know that that is a picture of Caesar DiGiorno, whatever, or Caesar Panera, or whatever his name is. The guy on the cross is a man named, a Spanish man named Caesar Borodino or some shit. It's Caesar. I don't know the last name. It's Caesar. I can't put the last name together. It's like DiGiorno or DiGiorno with a B, like Buongiorno. But we know that. But the black man will still say he hate the white man. The black man hate the white man for slavery. The black man hate the white man for everything. In America, the black man hates the white man, even though it wasn't an American white man who put the stakes to the black man. It was the British. It was the British. It was the British. Traditions followed in America that people were shiesty and tried to get on by for years. But it changed. It had to change, because our country was never going to be like that. Our country was never going to be like no Arabian country. No matter how bad it was at first, no matter how bad it was after the transition of this being Britain Part 2 into it being America. Now, this is what gets me to Indians, Native Americans. Who the fuck are they? They are not the people indigenous to this land. The Indians and Native Americans we see and know of are the product of Africa, are the product of Indian slave owners breeding with Africans and Arab slaves and mixing the breed and breeding again. The Native Americans we have here are not what we would call indigenous to this land. When you ask them, they don't know shit, because all they know is what they've been told to say. They gave them casinos. They're Indians. Nothing about over here is India. Why is it called the West Indies? Because the Indians were able to get there and leave. This is these concepts, these things I spew is very easy to check. All you gotta do is Google it. All you gotta do is Google it. I didn't get it off Google because I wasn't fortunate enough to learn this shit off Google. I had to really try to learn this shit. I just use Google now. Everything I want to know, I just use Google now. Google gonna lie to you. You niggas been lying to me forever. Niggas had me Muslim. I should change. I wish I could change the freaking. I wish I could change the title to "My Mother Forced Me to Be Muslim." That's what I really should change. How old are you? I'm an internet figure now, so I can't say how old I am. They don't like for you to do that. They like for people to think you're 18. I hope I look 20. Hi, I quit YouTube. Why you quit YouTube? Gabriella, why you quit YouTube? Sylvia Hernandez, Ali Reza in the building. Yeah, but back to what I was saying. The Muslims of the world, the Muslims of the Arabian world hate America. They have chants called Death to America. Yo, my boss wants to interview you, bro. Pat God's manager. Yo, what's good? Nathan, Pat God's manager in the building. They see the black American man as superior to them physically, but they could keep on smiling and rubbing your shoulder. No, brother, no, brother, no, brother. You don't know, brother. I just know the teacher. I didn't know, brother, no, brother. They know how to smile enough that the black man now works for them. Now, if you hurt this Arab man, the black man on your ass. That's how they do it, right? I've always noticed that. In the masjid, there is something called a hierarchy. whether they want to admit to it or not. And where the hierarchy comes into place at, is marriage. Arab man been going to this masjid for 2 months. He lived for 2 years. He lived in this community. He frequents it for 2 years. He get to feeling lonely. He's tired of jerking off. Islam keep telling him that his hand's gonna get pregnant when he's in hell for jerking off. So now, yo, I'm worried for you, my man. Don't smoke too much. So now, your name Pat Gonzo, you talking about don't smoke too much. So now, what the hell part was I at? I shouldn't have read that. What the fuck was I just saying? What the fuck was I just saying? What the fuck was I just saying? The American Muslims to the American Muslims to the Arabian Muslims is expendable. They see us as physically superior to them, but they know that they can smile and deceptively use whatever little fake, winerific symptoms of Stockholm syndrome to make us kneel to them. Is what I was trying to say. See, in the masjid is a hierarchy, and now this dude don't want to jerk off no more. He comes to the masjid, he talks to the imam. The imam is like, I'm gonna make a speech after Juma that you want to get married, and that we're gonna find you the best sister. First, we're gonna try to find you a virgin. We're going to try to find you a what? The best of woman is the one that is untouched. Secondly, the best of woman is the one who has not mothered any children. She has not mounted children, or whatever they say. Thirdly, the one is the one who knows the Quran that she has a child from a righteous man. So Friday Juma prayer gets there. When Friday Juma prayer is over, the imam goes, brothers and sisters, bring forth your daughters, for we have Salam. We have the great Salam. Salam is 26 years old. Salam knows 5. Salam knows. Wow, Salam knows Arba. He knows Arba Juz Quran. Oh Lord. He's a good man. Bring forth your daughters who has never married before. Bring forth your daughters who have never touched before. For the best man should have his choice of picking the best woman. And if there's too many, subhanallah, if there's too many women, this man can have 2, for he is one of the best men of the land, and he should be able to have his pick of the best woman. And we practice what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then the imam starts crying. And we should only want for ourselves, which we want for our brothers. What do we want for? This is the imam calling for virgins and young women to marry this 26-year-old Salam, who knows 5 juz. He knows 5 chapters of the Quran. He's one of the best of man, so he deserves your young daughter. This is how it goes in the masjid. This is some of the scariest time for young girls, because you don't know if your parents like that dude, they might put you on the chopping block. You're going to start a riot. No, I'm not. That's the truth, and it need to be heard, and it need to be said. It's the truth, and it need to be heard, and it need to be said. Our black people of America and our Anglo-Saxons of America need rid themselves of the halal Muhammad religion. Allah had 3 daughters. You should see them somewhere in the icon. I don't know how it works on YouTube. I don't want to point here and the icon be over there. The icon is 3 women. That is Venus, Mina, and Luna, whatever the fuck the 3rd daughter's name is. That is Allah's daughters that walked the earth. They were humans. It's dare I say, Muhammad met Allah many times. Allah was the leader of the Quraysh tribe or whatever like that. Allah wasn't alive at the time that Muhammad died, and was years later he heard about this. No. No. See, what had happened was Allah betrayed the other Babylonian gods, must have been kings. Allah betrayed them. Allah betrayed them. When they wasn't looking, he took them out. He deleted them. He erased them, making him the superpower. People thought it was for Allah's. It was to the point where Allah had 3 other different versions of himself at that time that was not him. There was Hubal, there was Baal, and it was Hubal, Baal, and La. These are 3 different people. Allah is not Hubal. Allah was a leader in the Quraysh. Well, you preach Rasta instead? What the hell is Rasta, nigga? What are you talking about, man? Vanessa, what is Rasta? What are you talking about? You trying to be funny, Vanessa Perkowski? My dog think I'm bugging out. What up, big boy? Nah, get out of here, because you don't like to play bite, and I don't want to play bite. Go ahead, go run. Go run. Go be a dog. Rough and shit. Do what you want. Allah had 3 daughters. Hubal didn't have 3 daughters. One of them, okay, Allah, all right, I don't want people to get it misconstrued, because somebody might say, no, Allah is Shivu from the Indian culture, and Shivu is Hubal. Okay, maybe, I'm not saying that I'm not taking that out of the playbook. That could be true. Allah is Shivu from the Indian Hindu culture. Yes, Allah was stolen. Hail Selassie. Listen, let me tell you how I'm feeling about this shit. I'd rather research and give reference to Selassie or the French whatever, or not the French, the Haitian whatever that did what they did, that really, whatever Haiti did, it really sparked America up, because Haiti left somebody bankrupt and America was able to buy the Louisiana Purchase and Texas and all that shit. And America was only 13 colonies, man. Don't forget that. That's why they call them the colonizers. But we gotta remember, no American is the colonizer. We did not colonize this shit. Our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grands hated the British, because they realized, see, what happened was the British came over here. They started settling. They started living. They started building. But they hated it because it wasn't developed, what they're used to and accustomed to. So they didn't mind being like, you know what? I'm taking that ship ride back. I know it took 9 days to get here. I know it was, I'm ready to take the ship ride back. I hate it in America. I wasn't America. I hate it in Britain part 2, the Duchess. I hate it. But they was having babies with the people that was already here. There wasn't no Native Americans, and there wasn't no damn Indians. It was indigenous people that looked just like me. I don't look African. Look at me. I look American. There's a white guy somewhere in America that looks just like me, and there's a Spanish nigga somewhere in America that looks just like me. There's not an African you can line me up where we look alike. We have different facial structures. We have different skin types. We have different looks, demeanors, and auras. We're not kinfolk, we're just skin folk to the I'm on YouTube. Don't do that here. Speak regular. Do not call them frickins on YouTube. They're African. You're right. Sometimes I gotta talk myself. I'm just saying, it's British deception for you to grow up hating America when America freed you and liberated you from Britain. But there was slavery. Britain brought the slavery. America didn't bring no slavery. America wasn't named America till after George Washington. The 13 colonies, the first 13 states of America are down the eastern shore. From like Maine down to, was it Florida? Maybe Florida, right? What's not called America. Pardon me. It was not called America. It was called whatever it was called. Amerigo was the person that found America. Christopher Columbus kept getting stuck in the goddamn West Indies. Nigga said, I have discovered the land, but it seems someone discovered it first. That is what, you know they call Christopher Columbus the angel of death? I know black people were first rulers of the world. I don't know that. I wasn't here. You wasn't here and I wasn't here. We don't know that. That's some shit they tell. That's more British deception. So that black men was kings and queens in Africa. Kings and queens in Africa is not what you think it is. They're like the town sheriff. So my dude, Raldo the Ruler, he went live on Instagram. His name is Raldo the Ruler. He got a nice little following. He's a musician or something. But what about the way original black people treated the albinos in their own camps? That's what I'm saying. It's always been like this. It's always gonna be like this. I'm trying to see what I can see outside. When I see certain funny movement, I gotta watch and make sure. And the guy's damn blinkers on too long. But what about the way original black people treated the albinos in their own camp? That's fucked up. I don't know about the original black people. When I say black, I'm talking about an American man that looks like me. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Africans and El Salvadorians and Hondurans. They're not black. I'm black. They're not black. I'm not talking about Trinidadians. They're not black. They're Trinidadian. I'm black. I'm black because when I say I'm American, you want to put African in front of it. It ain't no Africa for me. I'm black because when I say I'm American, you want to say I'm African American. I'm black American. Them Trinidadians can't claim that. Nobody calling you a Trinidadian American. They calling you a Trinidadian, even though you are a Trinidadian American. That would be fair to say you Guyanese American. That's America. Guyana and all that is America. Listen, the albinos ran away and started their own tribe. White man. Put me on to that, Vanessa. What you mean by the albinos? Because if you ask these black men that follow Wallace Farah Muhammad, they think the white man was made in a cave 300 years ago and that some Dr. Kevorkian, who was an alien, took a white man and made him breed with a black woman, and then they made him breed the baby, and then they made him breed the next baby, and then they made the baby breed with the last baby, until they kept getting fair skin, but he just knew it took him 1,200. They said it was made 600 years ago, 300 years ago, but it took him 1,200 years to get this done. But he was a mad alien scientist, so he lived that long. Man, this stuff is good. Stop with my damn sneaker. Blaze. There was a time when there was no white man. That's not true. The Vikings were the first conquerors. That's not a British deception trick. They conquered Britain. The Vikings were the first conquerors. Where did they come from? Finland or Iceland? They were the first people who were communicating verbally. Everybody else was grunting, Neanderthals. The Vikings were the first people who could communicate verbally, speaking words. And they said the Vikings was only like 5'3", some short people. There were some short men who wore bearskin cloths and horns on their head from what the freak is those big ass things? They're not moose. What are those big caribous? They wore caribou horns on their head, right? So I gotta make sure that dog ain't eating my sneakers. There was never a time when the black man existed and the white man did it, or vice versa, according to history. And all that mommy Africa stuff, the oldest bones found in the world turned out to be a woman from America, showing that there was life on America predating life on Africa. America is the land of milk and honey, even though Africa has the Garden of Eden in it. That's why they want to say all men originate from Africa, but they're really just talking about the story of Adam and Eve, which is crazy because why weren't they in heaven during that story if they didn't get kicked out yet? It's been real.